Everybody watch the pixels blend.
In preparation for the upcoming functionality, which is control nets, we are now looking into the control net preprocessors. By loading up this overview here, you basically see what is possible. Again, we are using a custom node over here, and this is the Comfyui control net auxiliaries. You need to install it to be able to use those preprocessors. And we just hit generate while I explain some basic functionality about these tools here. As you can see, you have a variety of outputs coming just from this input image over here. And it's just a comparison chart from what you can get just from an image without having the need to produce your inputs from a rendering engine like I do. And you probably would never have to use so many control net preprocessors in a single workflow. As I mentioned before, this is just to give you an overview of what you can do.
GPU. Render frames now.
And by installing this custom node, you already have much more preprocessors available. For example, if you have a look at something like this, there you have more control over the outputs on top. If you want to try this with your own images, then you load it up into this node. But maybe you want to do it in another way, and you can, for example, just clone this node by holding Alt and drag this node over here. And if you do not want to connect every single connection to the output of this node, then you can hold the Shift key and do a left click while dragging those connections together into this node. Now you change the image here to another one, and then you are good to go. And as you have seen maybe from my already released workflows, I'm mainly using devs, and I highly recommend to use the devs anything version 2 preprocessor for this. And for example, the line art preprocessor for the Kenny inputs. But there are a lot of other options, for example, the ADE20K segmentation, or an open pose for creating characters for your images. You can use color information for something like post-processing, or a normal map, for example, to be able to do relighting workflows. For lower tier computers, and if you want to look into a specific function, I've split up this workflow into many simpler and smaller ones. For example, if you want to just look at the devs functionality, here it is. But please be aware that there are many other options not included here, like Marigold, for example, which is also a very good solution to calculate depth.